Welcome to HOA Lending Exchange. The website is designed to provide both lender and borrower with enough core data about each other to determine if there is potential to do business. Borrowers provide data about their association and their loan needs. Lenders provide lending concepts based on the borrower's submitted information. The borrower's submitted information is in no way a loan application, nor is there any impression provided to the borrower that they are making a loan application. The site works by matching the needs of the borrower with the preferred lending habits and parameters of the lender. The anonymity of both borrower and lender is what makes HOA Lending Exchange so useful to both borrowers and lenders. The loan inquiry and any loan concepts put forth by the lender are done so anonymously. Only after a lender has reviewed a potential borrower's core data and decided to put forth a lending concept that the borrower is interested in pursuing are each revealed to each other. When the borrower decides to contact the lender, then and only then is the lender's contact information made available to the borrower and the borrower's contact information made available to the lender. We will discuss the matter of privacy further as this video continues. You may be wondering how to get started with HOA Lending Exchange. The first step is to join our network of lenders. You do this by clicking the Lenders Join Our Network link at the top of our homepage. Simply fill out the simple form providing your name, phone number, email address, bank information, and create a default lending profile by providing basic information on the types of homeowners associations, condominiums, and/or timeshares you would typically be interested in providing financing. Further, you can set minimums for the number of units and loan amounts, as well as a maximum dollar amount for any single loan. All of this information is private to you. Your name and contact information are only revealed to a borrower if they ask you to contact them regarding a lending concept you submitted to them using the HOA Lending Exchange system. Be accurate in entering your contact information. This information is how a potential borrower will be able to reach you. The Universal Lending Limits section is critically important because it is the method by which we match loan inquiries to your lending profile. Think about this carefully. There are 5 sets of data here which define which loan opportunities posted on HOA Lending Exchange will be routed to you for review and lending concept submission. For instance, if you set the minimum number of units as 100, you will not be presented any loan opportunities for associations with less than 100 units. If you select the states of New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania as states that you service, loan opportunities outside of those states will not be presented to you. We suggest that you set your universal lending limits to a somewhat broader setting than you might normally want to consider. Remember, it does not cost you anything to see loan opportunities that you might not submit lending concepts for. Also, know that you can change these data points later on. The second step is to provide us with information about your supervisor. This is completely internal to HOA Lending Exchange and is never revealed to a prospective borrower. However, the HOA Lending Exchange website is quite robust, and your department head or supervisor will have their own dashboard designed to show them your activity on the system. Your supervisor will receive a monthly reminder to come to the site and see how successful you have been. The supervisor also has the ability to remove your profile from the system in the event you end your employment with that bank or move to another institution. The final step of joining our network of lenders is to provide a credit card we can charge upon successfully matching your submitted lending concept with an interested borrower. We have contracted with the credit card processing firm Stripe for all credit card transactions. Again, your information and privacy are critical to us, and your credit card information is never stored on our servers. Stripe is one of the largest and most respected payment processors in the country. You can learn more about them at stripe.com. if you have any questions about your credit card security. There is no charge for using the HOA Lending Exchange system. It is free to use to browse loan inquiries and opportunities. However, in order for you to submit loan concepts to prospective borrowers and allow those borrowers the opportunity to select your submitted loan concept, you will need to have a credit card on file with Stripe. A fee is charged for your submitted loan concepts that are selected by the borrower and the borrower asked to make contact with you. There is a pricing list on the credit card setup screen that details the cost incurred when a borrower selects your lending concept and asks to make contact for further discussion. You will note that the fee is based upon the amount of the loan request. Once you have successfully registered your credit card with Stripe, you are taken to a section of the site designed to provide you some efficiencies. The default loan range is posted from the data you provided during your initial profile setup. You can set up additional loan profiles in this section and establish other standard criteria you might wish to make part of your lending profile. By selecting default options for each of the available settings, you will save time when preparing a loan concept for a prospective borrower. These default options will be filled in for you by the system when you choose to respond to a loan inquiry. There are two important items to take note of. First, you can change these preset selections in their entirety at any time by updating your lending profile. Second, even though these selections will be filled in for you by the system, you can individually change any preset option as you prepare a loan concept for a specific borrower inquiry. No loan concept goes to the borrower without your review and approval, and you always have the ability to make changes before submitting any loan concept. At the bottom of the page, you have two options to proceed. If you think you need another loan profile, click on the Save and Create Another button. We have provided you the ability to build as many standard profiles as you would like to have auto-filled by the system. These additional profiles will be used based on the dollar range of the matching loan inquiry. For instance, if you created a loan profile that covers loans from $100,000 to $500,000, and then choose to submit a loan concept for a loan opportunity for $400,000, the loan concept will appear with the preset selections you set in this profile. Remember, regardless of the loan concept being filled with preset selections, it will not be submitted to the borrower until you approve it. You can change any preset field for that specific loan. As a further example, if you elect to submit a lending concept for a loan of $750,000, which is outside of this new range you created, the system will defer to the default profile. Otherwise, you can consider yourself done. Click the Save and Go to Dashboard button. Your HOALendingXchange dashboard has been custom built for you and will greet you each time you log into the system. At the top of the dashboard are two gauges. These gauges are important tools to track how well you are performing based on the opportunities presented. The gauge on the left measures how many opportunities you responded to versus how many were presented to you. Remember that the opportunities presented to you are based on the universal lending limits set up in the very beginning. The gauge on the right measures how many borrowers selected the loan concepts you presented versus the number you submitted. This is a measure of how competitive your offers have been perceived by the market. As you use the HOALendingXchange system, the indicators on these gauges will show how active and competitive you are in the market. Active and engaged lenders will strive for top performance and keep their gauge needles in the green. At the very top of the page is a menu showing links including information, where you'll find general information and how to contact us should you need to. The link to My Dashboard takes you right back to your dashboard from anywhere in the site. The Personal Settings link allows you to update your personal information as well as your supervisor's information should there be a change in personnel. Your email address is used to identify your profile and cannot be modified. A change to your supervisor will trigger an email to the supervisor alerting of the change. Be particularly careful in adjusting the universal lending limits on this page, as changes here will directly affect the loan inquiries that are sent to you for consideration. Also, be careful not to change lending limits that will conflict with any of your other loan profiles. Below the gauges are the sections where all of your activity will appear. At the bottom of the page is your list of lending profiles, which we just created. Your default profile is the profile that catches all of the loan inquiries that fall within your lending parameters. The additional profiles are the profiles you have set up to expedite your preset selections for submitting loan concepts. As you see, these profiles can be updated or deleted as need be. In the center of your dashboard is your summary of all activity by category. This is the place where you can track all of your activity on HOALendingXchange. Each category shows the various stages of a loan inquiry as it enters and exits the system, as well as what action you took on that loan inquiry. The first category is New Loan Inquiries. This is where all of the new loan inquiries that match your established universal lending limits appear. You will receive an email from us whenever there is activity requiring your attention in this category. These loan inquiries remain in this category until you either take action or the opportunity expires. You must respond within 3 business days. For proper customer servicing, 3 business days is more than enough time to respond to a borrower inquiry. If you do not respond within that time period, the loan opportunity is lost to you. The next section is pending loan concepts. This is where you will find any loan concepts you have already submitted but have yet to hear back from the borrower. Yours and other lenders' loan concepts will be submitted for the borrower to review on the date shown as the proposal end date. Your loan concept remains here until the borrower selects or denies the concept or the borrower review period expires without the borrower having made a decision. The next section is unsubmitted loan concepts. This is where you will find loan concepts where you have started a loan concept submission but not yet completed or submitted to the borrower for review. You can resume work on any of these loan concepts by clicking the View Loan Concept button. Unsubmitted loans remain in this category until they are either submitted by you or the loan concept submission period ends. The next category is Decline to Submit Lending Concept. This is where you will find all loans that you decline to submit a lending concept after reviewing the loan inquiry. The next category is Loan Concept Submitted and Selected by Borrower. This is just as it sounds and is a listing of your loan concepts that were submitted and successfully selected by the borrower. The next category is Loan Concept Submitted and Not Selected by Borrower. This is where you'll find a listing of your loan concepts that were submitted but not selected by the borrower. The final category is expired loans, no action taken. This is where you will find any loan opportunities that matched your lending criteria but where you failed to submit a lending concept before the opportunity expired. Let's go back to the New Loan Inquiries tab and review the available actions you can take with a new loan inquiry. In the last column to the right, you will see a button titled View Loan. Go ahead and click it. When you open a loan opportunity by clicking the Review Loan Request button, you will see that it is structured into 5 blocks of information. All of this data was provided by the prospective borrower. The column on the left is a key set of data with measurement calculations. The 4 remaining blocks of information are some of the same data plus other relevant items. Look at all of the pieces closely. They will give you a very clear sense of the general health of the association and potential credit quality of the opportunity. If you find the opportunity attractive, you should click the Submit Concept button. This does not cause an automatic submission to the borrower. It will open the Submit a Lending Concept page with auto-filled information from the loan profile that you had created for a loan of this size. Based on the borrower information provided, you would adapt the loan concept as you see fit and then submit the loan concept to the borrower for consideration. Be aggressive with your concept. You only have one chance to win the opportunity. If you do not find this loan opportunity attractive, click the Decline button and you will be brought back to your dashboard. Clicking the Decline button does not communicate any information to the borrower. It just informs HOALendingXchange that you have no interest in this opportunity. The first and most important point of this section is that the categories have been auto-filled with the settings you created within the loan profiles that you established. If you have only a default loan profile set up, then the data is drawn from your default profile. We encourage you to build out unique loan profiles based on loan sizes to make loan concept submission an easier task. You're going to review the data that has been auto-filled to determine if any changes need to be made specific to this unique loan opportunity. The first step is to enter a credit line rate and term loan rate, as if the transaction were going to close today. This is nothing that you are committing to. It is information that supports the parameters you are going to verify in the remaining fields on this page. Explore each of the pieces of information within each category to determine which best fits your approach. The first set of information to confirm has to do with loan fees you may or may not charge this borrower. The second set of information is how you may or may not establish a prepayment penalty. The third set of information relates to your criteria for offering a line of credit. The fourth set of information is your criteria for allowing a repayment term after the credit line period. The last section of information is your criteria for needing a deposit account relationship. As you build these sections of information to address this specific loan opportunity, be sure to refer to the opportunity itself. The borrower may have communicated terms that would be deal killers for them. Be as competitive as you can be. The loan opportunity is going to go to some bank, and you only have one opportunity to shine. Your willingness to address the market will determine your success level. Once you have completed all the requested information, click on the Submit button to review your entries. Nothing is going to the borrower yet. You will now see a 6-section page, which is what the prospective borrower will also see. Review all of the information. If you want to make changes, click on the Make Changes button. If you're ready to commit to issuing this loan concept, click on the red Submit Concept button. Below the Submit Concept button is the fee that might occur if your concept is selected by the borrower. If the borrower does not select your concept, no charge occurs. And that's really all there is to it. We think you'll find the HOA Lending Exchange system useful, efficient, and profitable. If you ever have any questions about operating the site, give us a call at 860-428-1309. Good luck.